Hi guys, this is Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and today, here it is, my review on Christmas Who, which is a SpongeBob SquarePants Christmas episode from Season 2. So anyways, enjoy. So basically, what the plot for this Christmas special is, outside Sandy's tree dome, SpongeBob is dressed in his karate gear and he is prepared to give Sandy a surprise sneak attack. Inside, Sandy is putting up the Christmas lights, in which SpongeBob becomes alarmed about it and mistakes for the fire, and he put it out with seawater. But after recovering from the drenching, Sandy is really shocked to find out that SpongeBob had actually never heard of Christmas, and she tells him about it. After she was drenching, he's like, "What is wrong with you, SpongeBob?" And SpongeBob's like, "Christmas who?" So later at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob passes the story of Christmas on to Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. Everyone becomes interested, everyone except for Squidward. And everyone in Bikini Bottom, except Squidward, is excited about this idea of Santa Claus bearing gifts, and they all, but Squidward, of course, put their Christmas letters into glass bottles, which are then shot up to the surface for Santa to receive. And as the act ends, the Bikini Bottom citizens decorate for Christmas, and SpongeBob Patrick sing a song about it. They even decorated Squidward's house, which Squidward does not approve of it. And after the song, Squidward closes his blinds to go to bed. And SpongeBob was sending the last of the letters to Santa, and he finds out that Squidward still has not written his letter yet. SpongeBob and a few citizens try to get him to write him a letter and be in the Christmas spirit, but it did not go that well. And in the days leading up to Christmas, the people of Bikini Bottom cheerfully celebrate, and on Christmas Eve, they sat in front of the large decorated coral tree and sang really eagerly and cheerfully, awaiting for the arrival of Santa. And Squidward refuses to believe in Santa Claus and takes no part in any of the mirths. The people continue to sing until morning, and when they realize that Santa did not come, they scold at SpongeBob, and they say to him, "Thanks for the lies, Mr. Fairy Tale," and they leave with disappointment. And they call SpongeBob out for his falsehood. Patrick tries to tell the people that Santa had stopped for a snack, and so SpongeBob and Patrick continue to wait for Santa until they realize that he doesn't exist. SpongeBob then becomes really devastated and so gloomy. And in reality, Santa didn't come because they were supposed to be asleep. Squidward wakes up and comes out at last, laughing at SpongeBob's humiliation. It even takes a photo to commemorate the occasion. And as SpongeBob sadly trudges away, he hands Squidward a present. Squidward is still very skeptical, opens it to find a hand-carved driftwood clarinet. Squidward sees how SpongeBob has only been trying to spread joy. Then Squidward feels very, very guilty and remorseful for what he had done. He felt terrible for his actions. Just like how he felt terrible causing a nasty prank that he caused to SpongeBob and Fools in April. he felt terrible for what he'd done. So he decides to make up for his meanness. And he dresses up as Santa and surprises SpongeBob, who thanks him for bringing Christmas to Bikini Bottom. Squidward prepares to go back inside his house, but is then approached by a little girl asking him for a present. And out of the depths desperation, Squidward gets the child a large wrench, which pleases her greatly instead of disgust or annoyance. And a large crowd arrives with big smiles on their faces, asking for presents, and he ends up giving away everything that he owned. Squidward realizes the length he has gone in preserving SpongeBob's dream. And after shooing away an excited SpongeBob, because, he finds a note on his doorstep which turns out to be a message from Santa thanking him for his help. It said, "Dear Squidward, thanks for all your help. You've been a real good boy this year. Warm regards, Santa Claus." And then the message disappears and Santa comes laughing and saying, "Merry Christmas!" And he looks up to see the real Santa Claus soaring overhead in his sleigh, and he's shocked that he was wrong about his existence. At a loss at seeing Santa, he dismisses himself as being insane and plays his new clarinet before going back inside. And Santa, for the last time, says Merry Christmas, and that's how the episode ends. And that's it. Well, what could I say? This is a really good Christmas episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. This is a really good one. Because, let me tell you why. Okay, when SpongeBob is mistaken because he thought that Sandy's house was on fire, Sandy told SpongeBob all about Christmas. And SpongeBob decided he wanted to spread joy to everyone in Bikini Bottom. So he comes up with this idea that everyone should write this letter to Santa. But Squidward doesn't believe in anything, and because he believes that Santa does not exist. And he doesn't believe in Santa Claus or any of those Christmas stuff. So SpongeBob and Patrick decorates. Yep, because SpongeBob wants to bring all goodwill towards everybody. He wants to spread everyone lots of joy to every good citizens in Bikini Bottom. I mean, I like how the plot had focused on that. And they sang the song very cheerfully for the await of Santa's arrival. But unfortunately, that did not work well. So everyone scolds at him and they call SpongeBob out for lying. And they just leave. But SpongeBob and Patrick awaits. So they kept on waiting, but no luck. And Squidward all of a sudden comes to the picture and humiliates him because SpongeBob, all of a sudden, and Squidward took a really embarrassing snapshot of SpongeBob, and also he laughs at SpongeBob's humiliation at first. SpongeBob is then really devastated and he cries. He gives Squidward a present. But after when he gave Squidward that present, Squidward realizes his action that he caused, and he felt bad. He felt terrible for what he'd done to SpongeBob, and he wanted to make up for his meanness. So and he wanted to thank SpongeBob for bringing Christmas to Bikini Bottom. I really like how SpongeBob how it wanted to spread joy to every citizens in Bikini Bottom, but that didn't work out well. So Squidward had to do something even to make up for his meanness. And wouldn't you know, at the very end, he received a letter from Santa for his goodwill towards everybody by giving away all his stuff to make up. And there were some funny moments, like Squidward gave Patrick this clock and something like that, and Patrick punches in, he's like, a wristwatch. That was pretty funny. And SpongeBob says to Squidward after what Squidward said to him, it's like, wow, Squidward, maybe Santa will bring me a dictionary so I can understand what you just said. Yeah, I like that. There were some funny moments. And I like how Patchy the Pirate makes an appearance before and after the Christmas special. Like, he was funny. He did some things that was pretty funny. I like how they first focus on Patchy the Pirate before the cartoon of SpongeBob. And the song was pretty fun. Like, SpongeBob and Patrick had sang a song for Christmas, and because they have high Christmas spirits. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I find the directing and writing to be really phenomenal, and the plot worked out really well. Like, this is one of those Christmas specials of SpongeBob that I find really enjoyable. In fact, I actually like it better than It's a SpongeBob Christmas. It's a SpongeBob Christmas wasn't really that good. I thought it was pretty stupid. But next year I'm gonna rant on that, so stay tuned for that, folks. And yes, in case you're wondering, yes, in January I am going to rant on SpongeBob episodes that I hate as well, once again. After this month, I'm going back to rant on SpongeBob episodes in January. Starting with Restraining SpongeBob. So stay tuned for that, folks. I'm going to be ranting that episode in January because that episode was terrible. But this one is good. Christmas Who is good. Yeah, I find the humor to be charming and yeah, I like how Squidward all of a sudden becomes nice after being so mean to SpongeBob, especially laughing at his humiliation. But then he made up and did something nice for him. Like, I like how this episode focused on kindness as well, because once Squidward felt bad, he went from his meanness to kindness, because he pretended to be Santa and gave away everything that Squidward owned so that SpongeBob wouldn't be sad. And Santa Claus thanked him for his kindness. And yeah, I thought it was a really great Christmas special. So yeah, everything about Christmas Who, fantastic Christmas special of SpongeBob. And I'm going to give it a 7 out of 7. What a classic SpongeBob Christmas episode. Especially from the earlier seasons and from the good old days of SpongeBob. Back when SpongeBob used to be good. Instead of what it is today, in my opinion. So, that's it for today. See you guys later.